my early morning climbs. I am today headed to the Imp campsite and climbing some mountains, the Carters. I have Carter Dome, Middle Carter, South Carter, regular Carter. There's a lot of Carters. I am looking forward to it. I looked at a map yesterday of the White Mountains. Hard to believe that I am reaching the end of that area and that I, so far, knock on wood, have made it successfully and with minimal bad weather. And that's saying a lot given this year with epic rain and all that. So grateful for that. I am looking forward to getting to camp already, and I've only been out here for like a half hour. So last night I wanted to talk about my little adventure. I made it to the Carter Notch hut. It's the smallest of the huts. I think it has like 40 bunks, and they only had like 15 guests, and myself and another hiker were able to get work for stay, which was really cool. We stacked some firewood back in their shed. They are open all winter, and then we got to bunk out on the dining room floor, which was nice and warm, and I slept like a baby. Got up this morning and headed out. That was a really cool opportunity. I'm glad I got to do it. I was ready to pay for a bunk if I had to, but I really enjoyed the work for stay experience. It made you feel kind of like one of the crew for a short time, and I'm glad I got to do that. That was the last hut, another milestone in the Whites. All right, let's get her done. 7 point something to the Imp campsite. Still have a long way to go up these boulders, but off to my right, morning beauties. It never gets old how far back I can see mountain ranges. Beautiful. I'm loving my new shoes and socks. They're still relatively clean. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, still with me. And this is the quote-unquote trail. As far as the eye can see, it's some boulders. So I have to get up there and navigate. I won't lie, this is super slow going. It's fun a little bit. Well, not a little bit. I like climbing boulders. And it's a good life lesson because in one hand, I'm anxious to like get where I'm going. On the other hand, I have to stay present in the moment in order to not get injured. And as I'm out here alone for 10, 12 hours, there's a lot of areas in life that applies. And I also realized, hey, you know, I think there's like a rock climbing gym at home, and I might try that when I go back because it's been kind of fun out here, and that's one thing I never ever would have thought that I would have enjoyed. But in the meantime, I have to get up this, so back to work. I am at the summit of Mount White, and I have a 360-degree view. Behind me, you can see the presidentials over to the west of me. To the north, somewhere back there's the Mahoosic Range, which is Maine, by the way. To the east and the south. Oh, beautiful views. It's really windy. It's August 1st, and I had to get my gloves out after my last break because my thumbs were freezing. But I'm warmed up now, and I'm going to keep moving on. Grateful for the sunshine today. Carry on. I'll see you up the trail. Oh, this never gets old. Look at those clouds. Looks like the Simpsons. They're perfect. Hey all, coming to you from my office. Pretty nice, right? From the summit of North Carter Mountain, the last of the Carters. I have probably 1.7-ish miles to the Imp campsite. A large portion of that is a treacherous downhill boulder scramble that I've read and heard about, and the elevation profile scares the crap out of me. So I am going to put my poles away and assume I'm going to be scooting a lot on my butt and using my hands. And I will be looking forward to getting into camp. I won the weather lottery today for sure. It is sunny and cool. Look at those perfect clouds. All right, I will keep you posted. I probably can't take video of the descent, obviously, but I'll try and give you a view at some point along the way of what I'm dealing with, and definitely mark myself safe when I'm done. See ya. Okay, like most things, it does not translate well on video, but so far, the climb down has just been episodes of these boulders with some dirt footing in between. That is nice. But then each section you have to figure out kind of how to get down. And it probably gets harder and harder the further down I go. But I'm not actually going to put my poles away. That some guy that came southbound said, oh, you're going to want to put your poles away. But I actually use them when I'm going down. You know, I'll put them in front of me, step on a boulder, and, you know, it's just a little extra support. Sometimes climbing up, I'll put them away. But for this stuff, anyway, I don't know if it's going to change, but for this type of thing, I usually keep my poles. I mean, I use my hands too. I'll hold both poles in one hand if I need to, and, you know, use them here and there, but I rarely put them away on the downhill, and I thought this was going to be different, but so far it's not. It's just slow going. It's like Jenga. You got to figure out where to put your foot. And right after that last video, I ditched my poles. I threw them down the bottom of this, and I scooted on my butt down, put my feet there, grabbed my hand in there, and just kind of went down sideways to the ground. So that one's done. Some guy coming the other way said this goes on for about a half mile. I could be here for a while. Hey, at least we get spectacular views while we're trying not to die on the descent. Another good one. And meanwhile, what's going on over here? Coming down from here, put my foot down into this gully. And one thing is, tree branches and roots can be your friend, but you really have to test them before you grab on. So in my case, I grabbed this one to kind of get my footing down those small rocks. I'm thinking I should be okay. I see some dirt down there. Hopefully the trail, at least for a minute, will get a little bit better. This is slow, but it's doable. You just got to be super careful. Okay, that from up there down here was another butt scoot situation. But I made it. And now I work my way down the next section. I believe I am safe from the non-standard bouldery scary part of the descent, although I could be mistaken. Literally that took me almost an hour. I think it may have been a half mile. I'm not exactly sure. It may have, I should have checked the time, but it was really slow going. But actually there was only 4 or 5 unusually complex descents from my perspective involving butt scooting and grabbing trees. They were those big long slabs of boulders. When it was regular boulders, I just had to work my way down. It went a little faster. Now I'm just on regular kind of, you know, hey, I'm in New Hampshire, don't plan on going too fast terrain. And I'm hoping this is what it's like for the whole last mile, but you never know. They could throw some doozers in there still. But I have a mile to go to camp, and I'm excited.